Hey, welcome to the channel. This is gonna be my first proper video of the channel where I want to talk about my personal story more in depth and why I decided to start this channel. I also wanted to kind of briefly touch up on who this channel is mainly for and what you can expect to see from the channel going forward. Now, since I just started this, I'm in the experimentation phase right now. So I'm gonna be kind of approaching this like an archaeologist, just digging around, trying different videos, different formats to see what clicks and resonates with people. Yeah, let's get right into it. So my name is Cheyenne. I'm an introverted 29-year-old mechanical engineer living in Vancouver, BC, here in Canada. And I'm Persian. Me and my family, we moved to Toronto when I was 6 years old. Me and my mom knew no English at all. It was just my dad, and my family came to Canada with only like $7,000, and it was very, very rough couple years in the beginning. I moved schools so many times, and I had to make friends again, lose friends, make friends, and this cycle just went on and on and on. Now, on top of that, my dad had mental health problems and anger issues, and so my household was never a safe environment for me and my mom. My dad would always throw temper tantrums. He would throw all these fits, yelling, screaming. I received constant criticism, and so very early on in my childhood, my self-esteem was just stripped from me. I had to learn to walk on eggshells all the time so I would please my dad, and so I wouldn't do anything that would make him angry. It was crazy. Like sometimes just looking at him in a way he didn't like, and if he was especially having a bad day, he would just throw a fit. All the neighbors would hear him yelling and screaming, and he would break stuff. It was very, very unsafe household environment. What that basically did to my brain early on, because early on our brains are so plastic as a child, and we just learn and absorb everything. So my brain learned that there was something wrong with me from all the criticism I received from him. My brain learned that I was defective. So this is how I learned people pleasing, to always seek other people's approval and validation. Now, before I continue on with the story, I want to quickly mention that I completely forgive my dad. He also had a very rough childhood in the beginning. His dad died at a very early age. His brother died at an early age. There was a lot of traumas that went on in his life. And so I completely forgive him. And so I basically started going to school with a broken foundation, being very scared, being shy, socially anxious, low self-esteem. And that makes you a good target for getting made fun of a lot and being bullied. And so on top of the problems I would face in my house, I started facing problems in school too, and this developed a lot of fear of judgment, fear of being made fun of. Now, the real problem started when I reached the age of 14. That's when I started developing extreme self-consciousness and extreme people-pleasing behaviors. And on top of this, I was, again, moving schools a lot, so I would make friends, lose friends. And the older I got, the harder and harder it became to actually make friends. People were more in cliques. They already had established their friend groups, especially in high school. And moving in high school is especially difficult, and it was just hell, high school for me. University was even worse. Everything I did, I was mostly alone. Lonely lunches, lonely study sessions, lonely walks to class. There was no partying, none of that. Like, I barely partied. It was just not your typical college experience. It was awful. And then after university, I moved to Vancouver, and I've been living here for 6 years now. Barely have any close friends. I got some acquaintances, but I have zero close friends at all, actually. My social life is terrible. I basically have no social life right now. Basically just been going to work, coming home, working out. That's basically mainly it. And for these 6 years, I've just been avoiding this part of my life, and I'm done. I'm done avoiding this part of my life, and that's the main reason I started this channel, because I wanna face this area of my life. I wanna build confidence, build self-esteem, become more charismatic, develop my social skills. And I wanna go through this journey and make these YouTube videos so that you can also get inspired by them, hopefully. And I want you to join me on this journey so we can go through this together. And I want you to see me not as an expert or a guru, but as an older brother who is in the trenches there with you. Right now, we're living in a moment where there's a loneliness epidemic. More people are lonelier than ever, more socially anxious than ever, and social skills matter more than anything, especially right now. There have been studies that actually show that loneliness equates to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. People with strong social ties live up to 50% longer. Even just having one very close, true friend can really improve your life. Now, who is this channel for? Basically, anyone who wants to become more charismatic, improve their social skills, overcome their social anxiety and shyness. Anyone who is introverted and just wants to get out of their shell and create more stronger social ties, have better relationships, have more friends, higher quality friends. Anyone of that nature. Now, what can you expect to see from this channel? Well, I'm going to be taking an archaeologist approach. I'm going to be digging around a lot and experimenting with different types of videos and formats. You know, I was thinking about buying these AI smart glasses and actually going out in public and approaching strangers, talking to strangers, practicing charisma and social skills and communication skills, and actually demonstrating live. Of course, I'm going to be asking for consent, and if I don't get consent, I'm going to be blurring faces. I'm going to be respectful of privacy, but that's one idea I had. The other one was to do video breakdowns of interviews, podcasts, movies, demonstrating and highlighting social skills. And I was thinking of also doing book reviews related to these topics, and just overall just sharing my lessons and things I learned from my own experiences and what I learned through books and through life. So join me on this journey if you also want to improve in this area of your life. And I guarantee you, if you do, your life will change, because social skills, communication skills, they improve every area of your life. Your business, your work, your relationships, everything is impacted by this. And you know, your life depends on it, literally. So welcome to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.